So we have to feed this black hole. And we feed it whatever we can get our grubby little mitts on. And after we feed our baby black hole, it grows slightly. And then we can see our breaker damage, our breaker clicks, and our useless manual clicks. The game telling me that I'm doing extra work. But let's check our upgrades. And the only thing we can afford is session timer and breaker radius. So because the game was really mean to me, I now know that I don't have to click, and this just does it automatically. And we earn 9 money. So let's get our damage up, and we probably should have got the asteroids actually, because this is not a lot of asteroids yet. And the more asteroids that we feed to our black hole, the more money we make. And the more money we make, the more fun we have, just like real life. So now we can finally afford asteroids. And that's it. The upgrades are progressing slow right now, but I can see them getting really out of hand really quick. Look at all the asteroids we have now. So let's keep getting damage, radius, and continue. Oh yeah, our breaker is massive now, and we're destroying the asteroids in just one little click. So that means we need more asteroids, or else we're going to be clearing this out way too quick. And speaking of number of asteroids, this gives us more than double the amount we just had. So yeah, look at all the asteroids now. We're having way more fun. Alright, come here, little black hole. Eat all the asteroids. And it does look like there's some sort of bar going. Oh, that might be the size of the baby black hole. But we did earn $79, which means we get $79 worth of fun. And we're going to get breaker speed and crit damage chance and crit chance. And asteroid size? I wonder what the point of that is. I don't know, but all the asteroids are now bigger. Oh, but they're harder to kill. But they're probably worth more, especially to the black hole when it's eating. And we're so close of getting the baby black hole to level up once. Okay, so let's upgrade the speed and the damage. So now, I think this time we're definitely going to level up that black hole. Oh, we leveled up. Alright, let's see what that gives us. So we went from baby black hole to tiny black hole. And we are destroying about 60 asteroids per run now. And we are going to get more speed. And that's it. Now we'll get the critical damage. Now we'll get the critical damage chance too. Oh, now we're really killing these things. Yeah, we're going crazy now. But we're not going crazy enough. So we need more asteroid size. And that's it. So now the asteroids are getting huge, which means our black hole should level up even quicker now. But we are destroying less asteroids, probably because they're bigger and harder to destroy. But we'll increase their mass, and we will get breaker damage up to 6. And now we spawn in orange asteroids. But look how quick we're destroying the red ones. So let's keep upgrading our damage, crit chance, and asteroid mass. And down here we can add time when the black hole grows. So I'm assuming that's from baby to tiny black hole. So now our run should be getting a little bit longer, well, by 3 seconds, because we only upgrade the black hole once for now. And we're getting very close to the tiny black hole leveling up to the next one. And we'll start adding more time when asteroids are destroyed. So I think we did slightly worse this time around, but that's fine. We'll get out of control soon. And an asteroid spawn when black hole grows. So now every time the black hole grows, we spawn a whole bunch of asteroids. And the more asteroids destroyed, the more time we should theoretically add, but we only have a 5% chance, I believe, which is very low. But we're getting close to the next one. So obviously we need more damage. I'm not liking only getting one upgrade per run. I mean, it's better than getting none, but I would like a couple upgrades per run. Just because I'm greedy like that. Then we owe it to the black hole. We want it to grow. We want it to thrive. We want to nurture it. Okay, so let's add more time. And that's it. But I'm getting a good amount of crits. And they just do double damage. So basically destroys one of the orange asteroids every crit. Well, the small orange asteroids. The big ones still take a hit and a half. And I really want to finish off this damage bonus. And we will add more asteroid mass. So now we're spawning yellow asteroids. And our black hole just grew to the next level. Alright, so we earned $1,866, which gives us a few options for upgrades now, like breaker speed and breaker damage. Oh, we get another one. And we'll get more asteroid mass. So we've already added green asteroids on here. So every time we level up mass, we get a new color. That's what it looks like. And we are doing 11 per hit. And then crits are 24. And the time we're adding to each run is getting significantly longer. And our money is getting significantly higher. So we're going to attack faster first. And then we're going to get bigger and more damage. And now we have a chance to spawn an asteroid when an asteroid is destroyed. And once again. So we got a whole bunch of upgrades that time. And only a few green ones. But now I'm already seeing a bunch of asteroids being created every time we destroy some. And our damage is up to 14, and our crits are up to, I think that was 31. Yeah, 31 damage per crit. But we do need more upgrade. So breaker speed first, radius, more radius, and asteroid spawn when the black hole grows. So we finished off this section. Now we have to wait for the millions or 10,000 to get electric asteroids. So now we really got to get to that 10,000 because I want to see what electric asteroids do. They probably shock everything around them and just deal extra damage. But that always sounds like fun. Oh, and I did end up with one useless manual click. Also, I realized that our black hole is now called the shrimp black hole once we upgrade it to size 3. Alright, let's finally spawn our electric asteroids. That only has a 10% chance. But we're still... Oh, yeah, we definitely see some. So let's see what those do. Yeah, they damage everything around them. But that's fun. That's just free damage. We did end up just getting an extra 200 free electric asteroid damage, which isn't that much, but it probably helps. So let's add more mass, get a new color hopefully. And then we're gonna want to go definitely into more electrical damage. Because once the electricity starts chaining, that could be a lot of extra revenue for us. And a lot of food for our little black hole in the middle here. Our shrimp black hole. Eventually we'll get him to 10 and turn him into a real black hole. But we did actually bring him to a very small black hole, so that's something. Alright, extra breaker damage. See, now our normal damage is already up to 16 per hit, and our crits are at 36. And then the electrical damage from the asteroids, that's just extra damage. But I think it's around 5. 5 or 4. Extra electric asteroid damage. And we are destroying these asteroids relatively quick. So we're really feeding that black hole now. But definitely not enough. Because we went back to shrimp black hole. But our electric asteroid damage is going up. And we are going to make it go up more by increasing the amount of chains. So now I should be hitting a bunch of asteroids. It looks like at least 4. But I can't really tell. There's a lot going on. But Any damage is good damage. And we are going to keep upgrading our damage before we go into more electric asteroid damage. Because it only makes sense. We're the ones that have to pop the asteroids to make the electric damage go off. So the faster we can do that, the more damage they'll do. Okay, now we're going to get to start forking off. So yeah, it looks like the electrical chains are going crazy now. Oh yeah, they're like reaching halfway around this map. Wow, that's a crazy upgrade. I'm going to keep investing more money into that. See, our electric asteroid damage is already up to almost 3,000. So let's make it keep chaining. Yeah, and the chains are awesome because then they just really put free damage on a whole bunch of asteroids. Makes it a lot easier for me to just come in and finish them off in like 1 or 2 clicks. So we'll just keep upgrading the damage and critical damage chance to 20%. Holy crap. Yeah, now the lightning chains are doing crazy. It's really helping cleaning out all these asteroids. And the electric asteroid damage is doing almost the same as our actual breaker damage. It's doing more than our crits. So obviously we just got to keep upgrading it. So now we have a bigger chance to fork when electricity goes off, which is really going crazy now. Wow. I thought the electricity was just going to be extra damage. Now it's turning into our like main source of damage almost. Obviously our breaker damage and the crits are still doing a little bit more, but damn. But let's add more asteroid mass. So hopefully we get a new color now. And we have blue asteroids. But we are still going to continue focusing on the electricity because those are just destroying everything around them. And it's very satisfying to me. And we're going to have to start spawning more asteroids somehow, because we're getting to the point where this is just getting cleared out with all the electricity. And we're at 146,000. So those blue asteroids are definitely stepping up my money game. Because we're going to spawn more asteroids when an asteroid is destroyed. And we're going to get bonus critical damage for our lightning. So yeah, now our lightning's just going crazy. Well, once it crits, I mean. And in reality, all I have to do is focus the electrical asteroids and they just do everything else. They're really wiping out this map. Luckily, we do get more asteroids when the black hole levels up. So that definitely keeps everything on the map. And we moved up to small black hole here. And our lightning damage has surpassed our breaker damage, even including the crits. So we're definitely going to have to add more breaker speed so we can just start destroying things more with our breaker and the breaker radius. But still heavily relying on the electricity. Because when that crits, everything around it just gets completely demolished. And then our black hole gets to eat and grow into a small black hole. And then eventually a big black hole. Okay, so let's keep adding mass to our asteroids. And maybe we'll spawn a new color. No, it looks like the blues just got bigger. Or at least more abundant. Oh, I also just realized that we don't have the orange asteroids anymore. That's cool. That's okay, there'd probably be way too many particles on the screen if they still kept the orange ones around. But we did move up to halfling black hole, and we're making about 400,000 per run. And our breaker damage is starting to catch up to our electrical damage again. But we'll add more asteroid mass, and we can afford more breaker damage. Now we have purple asteroids spawning in, and the yellows are gone. But with our added damage, we're still clearing this out really fast and really fun. And we're almost at $1 million per run, which lets us buy a ton of upgrades, like chance to spawn a golden asteroid. And we will add the number of asteroids. So currently 155, but that number is going to dwindle really quick. And there's the golden asteroids already. Wow, they had a lot of money. Some of those are worth over 3,000 per asteroid. This is definitely going to help our income. But it's still way more fun just to knock out the electric asteroids, just because they kill everything around them now. And there we go, 1.2 million. And money from golden asteroids alone was 127,000. So let's scale up the money of the golden asteroids. And golden asteroid crit chance? So it looks like the golden asteroids, every time you crit them, you get extra money. So we're going to scale that up soon. I wonder if those crits work with the electricity crits. I guess we'll never know, unless it tells us. And our sessions are getting significantly longer now, with all the time being added. Because we're adding 23 seconds roughly on each run. But that's okay, because that turns just into more money. Money that we spend to earn more money. And we are just going to spawn more asteroids when the black hole grows. So now when the black hole grows, we should be seeing, yeah, a lot of asteroids start spawning. Unfortunately, we only grow the asteroid a couple times per run still, so that doesn't pay off hugely, but pays off enough. And the more asteroids that spawn, the more chance we get of getting golden asteroids, and the more golden asteroids we get, the more money we earn. And we all love money. So we got a couple more upgrades, and now we're spawning all these. We're not seeing the green asteroids anymore, but the color palette is definitely getting more to my liking. I like the purples and the blues. But now that we're not getting the green asteroids anymore, we're getting significantly more money. But we got to keep popping the electrical ones, because that's where most of our damage is coming from now. And we finally moved up to a black hole. And we made $21 million that run. That's crazy. We made almost $5 million just from the golden asteroids alone. So that just means we have to keep scaling our golden asteroids, because that's making us a lot of money. And the crit chance as well. So now we should be critting the golden asteroids a significant amount. I think 1 in 5, because that's a 25% chance. Which I'm really hoping just scales our money out of control, so we can get some of the more fun upgrades again. I'm really hoping that the game just has more fun upgrades, like more of the lightning stuff. So that's the thing to keep these incremental games fun. You have to have fun upgrades. You can't just constantly just scale numbers. Which is still fun, but it's more fun when you get cool abilities like the lightning. And while we're waiting for $101 million to upgrade asteroids into planets, we're just going to keep upgrading our breaker damage for now. Oh yeah, now we're popping these really quick. Looks like about 2 hits will destroy almost any asteroid now. 3 hits will definitely destroy any asteroid now. I did see a crit on one of these asteroids give 101,000, 489,000. We're going to hit that 101 million in no time. So we did unlock the asteroids to planets. So now we should be spawning 22 planets per run. All right, whoa, yep. Those are definitely planets. So I wonder if we can get golden planets eventually. That'll be a lot of fun. But I definitely think the planets are going to make the asteroid grow significantly faster. And by asteroid, I mean black hole. Oh, we definitely did. We upgraded the black hole completely. We're at miniature milestone 1 of 7. So I'm assuming this is a prestige system. Or maybe not. But we are going to start spawning more planets, asteroids to planets. And chance to spawn a moon. Buffs breaker speed and radius. A moon buff scale for breaker speed? That sounds fun. Oh yeah, we got some moons now. Oh, and the moons just stay on our little breaker. Okay, cool. So let's just keep focusing on getting these moons out, because that'll make our breaker go crazy. But that felt like no time at all. But we did make $32 million. And we collected 4 moons. Okay, so then we're definitely going to have to start upgrading their damage to the planets. So we start destroying the planets quicker. And we want to get a couple of these moons before we just go crazy. So I got to start focusing on the moons and the electricity. Oh, and we can get a total of 20 sizes now. Cool. But we're not making as much money anymore. Probably because I'm not just chaining asteroids anymore and I'm focusing more on planets. So I think the play might be just to continuously chain asteroids again. And just hope I get moons while I'm at it. And we are going to upgrade the buff scale for breaker radius. And that's all we can afford. So now whenever I get a moon, my breaker should get a little bit bigger. Maybe a little bit bigger, but nothing that I really notice. There's the breaker speed that I really like from the moon buffs. Oh, now we can spawn extra planets when the black hole grows. So that should just give us more planets and more moons. Yeah, we have a lot more planets now. But I miss all the chain lightnings. Because that was a lot more fun than just getting the speed upgrades. I also think the chain lightning significantly increased our income too. But let's get more breaker damage, just so we can start killing things faster. And I am just going to start focusing on the moons, because that just keeps my breaker destroying everything way quicker. But we don't have a lot of moons spawning at the moment, but we'll get there. We're going to upgrade the planet size, so maybe we'll get some new colored planets. But they are definitely taking up all the space on the screen now. And we're getting less and less asteroids, it looks like. But our money is steadily going up the more upgrades we get. So at least we know we're doing something right. So let's start getting bonus damage to planets, breaker damage in general. So now we should be destroying the planets. Yeah, it looks like 2 to 3 hits. And if I get some moons, that just ups the amount of damage we do. Or no, it just upgrades the speed and the size. But that's fine. A buff's a buff. And that's always fun. And we did upgrade the speed of the moon buff. And I'm definitely noticing that already. As long as I keep like 3 moons on my breaker at all times, we are really destroying everything in our path. But then we run out of moons, so that's not that great. But to offset that, we're going to spawn a new planet when a planet is destroyed. That's a 60% chance. Alright, let's get the moons back. Let's keep going. There we go. Now we're starting to make extra money per run. We're up to 120 million, which means we can get more asteroids to planets. So I think it's going to be most of our screen is just going to be planets now. Oh no, we still have a good amount of asteroids. I was getting worried because I do like the chain lightning. But I also really like the speed buff from the moons. I just wish I had an upgrade to make that last longer. Because once it runs out, we are not doing a whole lot anymore. And then we just got to start focusing the chaining asteroids. But the speed buff does go crazy once you get a couple moons on your breaker. Let's just keep focusing that. Make this go crazy. And we'll start adding more planet mass. So maybe now we'll see new planets. Ah, we do. We're seeing orange planets now. Cool. So that's got to be worth some money. Because they take a significant amount of hits to destroy. So maybe sitting there focusing an orange planet is not smart. Unless I'm like buffed up with a couple moons. Yeah, focusing the orange planets did not seem to do well for me. So our plan is to just kind of get the orange planets in collateral damage right now. And focus solely on the moons. Every time I see a moon, that's just where I want to go. Keep the speed up. But we gotta upgrade the moon spawn rate somehow. Like this, chance to spawn a moon. So hopefully we'll just start seeing tons and tons of moon that we can always just keep at least 4 moons on our breaker at all times. Because 4 seems like a really good number to shoot for. That seems like when we are doing a lot of damage really quick. So we need to make $140 million doing just that. And we are going to just do more damage to planets. Alright, that just does make everything significantly easier to kill, which is a lot of fun. Because now it's a lot easier to keep the moon buffs on. And we finally are getting to the point where the levels are lasting a little bit longer. But the moon spawn rate seems very low still. Or maybe I'm just clearing them out faster than I'm realizing. Yeah. Okay, we're still doing pretty good. We made over $200 million that time. And we are at the average Joe black hole. That's okay, black hole. It's alright to be average. But it looks like we're destroying the red planets in just one click now. Which is really nice. And clearing out the screen really fast now, too. Okay, okay. Oh, wow. We really have to start adding extra planets and asteroids here. Because we're clearing out the screen. Oh, there we go. Chance to spawn a new planet. Yay. Okay, so let's immediately grab our moons and just go crazy. Just focus on keeping the moons up. If I see a moon, I destroy that planet. That's all there is to this game right now. See a moon, destroy planet. So we did add more planet mass, and now we're spawning the yellow planets. So I'm hoping that we see a good influx of money this time, because the yellow planet should be worth significantly more. But who knows how much more exactly. Yeah, we're making over $500 million per run now. We're at the bull black hole, so we just need another 5 levels before we prestige again. So obviously we have to get more damage to planets, and that's it for right now. Next one's at 2 billion, or 1 billion. But I mean, if we're making $500 million per run, that's only 2 runs before the next upgrade. Unless that 500 million was just a fluke. But I don't think it was. I think we're destroying a lot of planets really quick now. Because I would like to get to the point of the game where we get a new fun upgrade to play with. Yeah, we can't even afford any upgrades this time. But we are at 840 million. So after this run, we should be completely fine to get a new fun thing to play with. But luckily the time for each of these runs is going up, so we're making a lot more money. See, we did add over 18 seconds in that last run, and we made over $1 billion. Hooray. And now we have a chance to spawn comets. Let's see what that's all about. 25% chance. So do comets just fly in and hit stuff, or are they on the screen? I just can't see them yet. Oh, there's a comet. Oh, and it gives us a cool little rainbow buff. Alright, keep getting the comets. I wonder what the comets do. I should probably read. So we collected 6 comets, but it doesn't say what the comets actually do or did. Buff. Oh, breaker always crits. So when we have a comet buff, we're just constantly critting. Gotcha. So let's grab this comet immediately, and now we're just immediately critting. But I do think it's still better right now to keep the moons on my breaker. because having the faster attack speed, I think does more than just the crits right now. Yeah, it looks like focusing just the moon still is the way to go. I mean, I'll get the comets collaterally, but moons. We are going to increase the buff duration of the comets. So that way we don't have to focus them. I would really like to increase the buff duration of the moons, though. I mean, I get there's a lot of moons that spawn, but I would like more. Because I'm greedy like that. I'm greedy when I'm trying to feed my black hole. So we did add a couple more planet masses, and now we're getting the blues and the green planets. So hopefully we just see our money start scaling out of control, and we can finally afford some more fun upgrades. Because the comet's cool, but a little disappointing, because all it does is make us guaranteed crits. But I want to kill things even faster, with a lot of attack speed and bigger breaker. But we are going to increase the number of planets to 62, and we're going to do more damage. Yeah, it looks like most of these planets now are just one-shotting, especially with the crits. But it's getting harder and harder to keep up the moon buffs because there's not enough moons on the screen. So we did get a few more upgrades, and we upgraded the size of the planets a few times, and now it is getting even harder to keep the moon buff up because we're destroying these asteroids, or the planets, not the asteroids. We're destroying the planets significantly slower, even with the attack speed. But once we start rolling, we really get rolling. So we definitely have to add more breaker damage, or else we're just not gonna keep scaling the way we were. But we're at the even bigger black hole stage, so 7 of 20, and we're making about 16 billion per run. So let's immediately add more damage. Okay, now it should be a little bit easier to keep the moon buff up, especially if we can get the asteroid buff to go along with us. But the strategy still remains the same. Focus solely on the moons. So I think that's where most of our damage comes from. It's just the crazy amount of attack speed, as opposed to the crits. But yeah, you can see it's very hard to keep the buff on there. Not only because there's a lot less moons, but we're not destroying the planets as quickly as I'd like. But all in due time. And with another planet mass upgrade, we did get rid of the green planets now, so we're all back at the blue and purples. But they are very tough planets to get through. And I did find this upgrade. Electrical asteroid damage, 6 to 306. So plus 300. So now the asteroid should just be evaporating everything again. Yeah, yay, we're back to doing electrical damage, which is always a lot of fun. Oh, that's way more satisfying than just having our breaker do all the damage. Yeah, and that pushed us to the black hole must grow size, 19 of 20. So pretty soon we should just be at our next prestige level. And we do have this upgrade, chance for a comet shower. A 10% chance. So let's see if we get that. Because what the hell could a comet shower be? I have no idea. But I love the lightning damage again. And I'm still not seeing a comet shower, I don't think. Yeah, I have no idea what a comet shower is still. I don't think we saw one. No, nothing up here says anything about a comet shower. But we are going to keep upgrading our electrical. Crit damage chance and crit damage. And I need to keep making sure I get these comets because I really want to see what a comet shower is. Oh, unless it's this that just goes crazy. That must be a comet shower. So wait, do the comets add to my attack speed? It must, right? I don't know, the comet shower felt a little underwhelming. But we are gonna increase the breaker radius here. So yeah, our breaker's getting pretty sizable. Especially once we start getting a few of these moons, and then now, yeah, look, it's huge. But the lightning damage is really fun. That is still my favorite part of this game so far. The attack speed is really nice, but it doesn't stay on long enough for me to get really excited about it. Yeah, and the electrical asteroid damage is once again outperforming our breaker damage and crit damage. But now we get another planet when a planet is destroyed, 80 to 90%. So that almost guarantees that every time a planet is destroyed, we just get a new one. And hopefully they spawn with more moons. But next, I really want to make sure that we're getting the size of the breaker up, just so we're hitting way more stuff. And then the scaling will get out of control once we start getting the moons on it. And if we got some more asteroid showers, or comet showers, or whatever that buff was. Because I think I've only seen it the one time. It was a little underwhelming, so I want to try it out a few more times before I really judge it. But we are absolutely crushing all these planets. Oh, and we did grow our black hole. So we're at our next milestone. Let's keep going with our breaker damage, breaker radius, number of asteroids, and that's all we can afford right now. It looks like there's a lot more on the screen. Everything's a little bit more spread out. So we're definitely going to want the size scaling with the moons. Scale for breaker radius. And another breaker radius scale for the moons. And just flat breaker radius. And increase the chance for a comet shower. So maybe now we'll actually see a few comet showers. But I mean, it is only a 20% chance. We did make it to the Mark Watney black hole. And I'm pretty sure Mark Watney was the character in The Martian. But we are really clearing this out quick now. So that just means we have to increase the number of asteroids. So currently 240 asteroids. Sorry, 245 asteroids. And more asteroids just means more electrical asteroids. And more electrical asteroids means more fun. But unfortunately, more electrical asteroids does not increase my attack speed or size. But our sessions are getting long again. We added an extra 20 seconds to that one. And if we keep adding asteroids, if we're going to keep adding extra time to our sessions, the more time in our sessions, the more money we make. And the more money we make, the more fun we have. And the more fun we have, the more upgrades we get. And even though I've upgraded to 20% chance for comet shower, I've still rarely seen one. And there it is. See, all you have to do is complain and you get comets. But it looks like the comets do not increase the attack speed of my breaker. So I don't know what the point of the comet shower is. It just adds crit damage, crit chance. But either way, it did really add to our money. So that's fun. And we did add the breaker radius scale for our moon buffs. So now we scale up to 80%, which just means we can destroy more planets at once and get more moons and go crazy. So yeah, the breaker's getting huge now. Holy crap. We did make 272 billion in the last run. So we are going to add chance for comet showers. And now we have a 50% chance to crit. Actually, we have a 75% chance to crit. So almost all of our attacks are going to be crits. So that basically means that the comets are useless? I'm pretty sure the comets just gave us chance, like 100% chance to crit. Unless the comets increase crit damage too, but I don't remember reading that. Although I read everything really fast, so I'm not really paying attention. But everything is just melting now. We feel so powerful. And this session is just going on forever. We just keep adding more and more time. We added almost a full minute to that session, but it did make us $378 billion, which means we get more planet mass. Oh, and the next one at $1 trillion, we get stars. So I definitely just want to save for the stars and see what that's all about. So that just means that we have to do a couple runs and just save money. Because we should hit $1 trillion in no time. And yeah, the breaker radius scaling is just going out of control. It's hitting basically everything in one little section here. Oh, and we prestiged. So we hit our favorite space movies milestones. Cool. We earned 7.5 trillion. So that means we get stars now. And a chance to spawn a new star. Chance to add time when a star is destroyed. Chance to add time when a planet is destroyed. Chance to spawn electric stars. We're going to add more breaker damage just so we're destroying everything. Star damage. Electric star damage. And max chains. So we should... Wow. We should be doing some good work now. We do have electric stars, which is really fun. We didn't have electric planets, I'm pretty sure. So having the electric stars now, that's really cool. And yeah, we made over $1 trillion in just that one session. So let's add... No, we're going to get the electric star forking chance, and that's it. Because I remember with the asteroid forking chance, yeah, that just went crazy. So now the star forking chance, that is also just going absolutely nuts. We're back focusing on electricity, which is way more fun. Just seeing everything evaporate around you. Oh yeah, we're just absolutely evaporating. The game can't even keep up with how well we're destroying stuff. Yeah, we're clearing this out really quick. So let's add crit chance to our stars and max chains. Now when we focus the stars, everything around them is just starting to evaporate. And it also looks like the asteroids are still doing a lot of work with their chain lightnings. So we did add the upgrade when the black hole grows, it adds more stars. So hopefully that'll give us a lot more electric stars here. Oh, we got a comet shower, so that's cool. But our electric asteroid damage is starting to dwindle. Between that and the star damage, we're doing less than the breaker now. So that just means we have to add more damage to our electric stars. But we are going to add more breaker speed. Let's grab these comets, just because. Everything is satisfyingly dying quick, and the numbers just keep going up. A lot of fun. We made $2.2 trillion that run. As we did upgrade the star size, so they are noticeably bigger now. But once we add mass to them, that's when we get the next color. I just wish we had more chance for electric stars to pop up. And I just realized we're absolutely crushing the planets now. They're just dying in no time. We did add more star mass, but it does not look like we got the next level of stars. Which is fine. We'll get there eventually. Oh yeah, we did. Look at, we have orange stars now. And they take a few hits. Wow, that was a waste of my time. So it's not even worth it for me to try to attack the orange stars right now unless my breaker is just absolutely leveled up with a bunch of these moons and the comet shower. So even with a few upgrades, it still takes a while to actually kill one of the orange stars. We did get a couple upgrades for the breaker scale, or the moon scaling again. So I think size and attack speed. So that should be good enough to get rid of a lot of these orange stars. But yeah, with the scaled up buff, we're destroying a lot really quick. And we're already at the Is Gary Still Playing black hole, size 33 of 35. I'm pretty sure that's a YouTuber. We definitely can't take on one of these big stars that easily without buffs yet. I feel like I'm just wasting my time trying to get them. I kind of have to just damage them in passing and hope. And we are really trying to push it to the next prestige level. We should beat that one relatively soon. But it does feel like our upgrades are not getting as significant as before. But I'm sure once we get the right one, we'll just be at the next prestige level. Well, we did have more mass of the stars. Now we're finding the yellow stars. Well, we're finding a yellow star. That's all that's spawned so far. I like how quick we're destroying the planets with the moons just to get that buff. Oh yeah, now we have a ton of the orange and yellow stars. Not so many of the red stars anymore. But as long as we keep the moons up, we're doing good damage. And we're clearing out a lot. We are going to end up adding 10 seconds to our session timer. And chance to spawn a new star when a star is destroyed. So now these sessions should be going crazy. Well, we got a whole meteor shower here. Or asteroid shower, or whatever it was called. So that's our chance to do a lot of damage, it looks like. As long as I keep the moons on my breaker. Just so we can keep feeding our black hole. And there we go, we hit the next prestige level. Oh, that was the creator's milestone. Oh, I should have paid more attention to all the black hole levels. I'm pretty sure I only paid attention to the one, the Gary Still Plays. So we're just going to add a couple more upgrades. We're going to keep adding planets to stars. Bonus damage to stars, that's fun. And electric star damage, and that's it. So now we're doing an insane amount of damage to these stars, and we're seeing a lot more electric stars, which is what I like to see. Okay, with that extended session timer, wow, we were able to get a lot done. 12 trillion, that's absolutely nutty. But I think that's going to be it for right now. This is our skill tree so far. It looks like we still have quite a bit to go, but we'll get there in time. So if you made it to the end, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.